Hey guys, hey everybody. It's Dave coming to you from the backyard here in the Wyoming house. This is my first time I've used this fire pit. So this is our inaugural Wyoming fire pit chat. So I don't even know what I'm going to say, but catching this time of night and catching that sunset up there and catching a little bit of the fire in front of me, too good an image not to put up. So not sure where the rest of this video is going to go, but at least wanted you to see what I get to look at every evening. So I am having the privilege of smoking a tabernacle. Um, these sticks are unobtainium, so I'm not even going to talk about it too much, but it's called the tabernacle. Pretty high-end stick. They're absolutely fabulous. I've been smoking them on the golf course the last few times. And I mean, if you ever run across one, definitely consider picking it up. But I think it's one of these sticks that comes across every 5 or 10 years. So it's a privilege. I've got a box of them upstairs in the humidor. And I enjoy them greatly. So I had a pretty busy day today. In fact, my previous video is my second video for the day. My previous video kind of shows you about my day. But gosh, what a great day. Got the video of the house in direct sunlight. Got to see that entire field back there with wildflowers, blue pine, Indian paintbrush. Got to take Sasha out on a great romp. Got to watch the F1 sprint race today. So today's a good example of a day I just chose not to go down into town. That was just 4, 5, 6 hours that I didn't need to spend doing that today. I've been down at the lounge quite a bit lately, so just ended up staying up here, and my gosh, I mean, look at this, to be able to sit here and catch sunset, do a video with you guys, do a couple other things. It was just, gosh, what a great day. So it's kind of nuts that it is October 18th, in my opinion. 2025 has been a bit of a blur for me. Luckily, thank God I did my priorities back Christmas time last year, so I knew how to, spend my time. Because even though the days, weeks, and months are flying by quicker than I would like them to, I know I'm living the life I want to. And I think that's important for us, to know it's important to us and prioritize that into our daily lives, our hourly decisions, our daily decisions, our weekly priorities. Because if we live based on our priorities on a daily basis, we don't wake up and go, holy crap, 10 months have gone by and I haven't done anything I planned to do this year. That's a dangerous way to live. I had dinner with a very good friend on Thursday. He's kind of at a crossroads in life and is struggling with his decision tree. And turned out he'd never written his priorities down. So he doesn't really know if making money is more important, or is staying in Jackson more important, or are there other priorities that are affecting his decision. It's called the decision tree. And if you look at it, you say, what's the most important thing in your life? And if it's making money to establish a stable foundation for your family, that's okay, in my opinion. And people often give very flippant answers like, well, it's God, country, family. And that's awfully nebulous. And I'm not entirely sure a lot of people make decisions on a daily or hourly basis based on their priorities. I know a lot of people say God is my number one priority, but either don't go to church or don't spend time every day exercising their number one priority, if that's the case. So our society does not respect people who say becoming financially stable is one of my highest priorities. We're not supposed to talk like that anymore. It's one of the things that taught me to abandon what society's mores or social rules are, and really create my own. I did that decades ago because I knew I was going to be the most unpopular person on the planet. White, male, straight, rich. I knew that was going to kind of put me number one on a lot of people's bingo cards. But I would implore you to write down your priorities, not just for this coming year. I mean, because I'm going to do it again and I'll publish them. I'll talk to you. I'll do a report card like I've done several times. I might wait till towards the end of the year, but I'll give you my report card on how I did on my priorities for this year. And I'll show you my priorities for next year. But I'm pretty happy with my progress on them. A couple I've abandoned, and I think that's fine. As soon as you put your life priorities in writing, as soon as you put your priorities for the year in writing, they change, and that's life. We get tossed external influences that change how we think, and then we change. And as we write things down, we realize, hey, what I wrote down last week really doesn't sit well with me. I've got to change it. What I wrote down last year may not be what I carry forward into this year. It's important at some point for your year-over-year goals to layer upon each other so you can keep momentum building in your life. But it's equally important to evaluate and make sure they truly are your priorities. And then it's even more important after that then to say, am I making daily decisions based on my priorities? So my conversation at dinner the other night reaffirmed two of my beliefs. One is we spend an awful lot of mental and physical energy solving problems that don't actually exist. We spend a lot of mental energy on worries, and probably something like 90% of what we worry about never occurs. I put myself in that box a little bit. The weapons and ammo I've stocked, put aside, the food and other things I've put aside, the fire trailer and my fire turnout gear. Those are me worrying about a problem that probably will never happen. But it's important to me to be ready in case they do. But I don't waste a lot of time or mental energy. I just take action and get it behind me. And so I think that's the difference. So you do see me worrying about things that may never happen, but I don't sit here and just spool on it. I don't just sit here and fret about it. I take action to my best of my abilities. Do the best with what you have, with where you're at. And there's lots of people that say that. But do it, get it behind you and move on. Don't fret about it. And the other thing that I was reaffirmed with me at dinner the other night is so many people have put themselves in this iron box of unprioritized wants. And then you feel like you're chained, you're in a jail, either mentally or even physically. I can't take any action because I have all these unprioritized wants. And if we don't put our priorities in rank order, our goals in rank order, our values in rank order, and then they all compete for number one. And that's sometimes when we get into analysis paralysis, or sometimes our goals compete with each other. So which one's more important? And we don't know that. So we don't take any action because we haven't sat down and prioritized our wants, our goals, our beliefs, any of those things. So anyway, I just wanted to bring that up tonight because it was just brought back to the forefront of my mind on Thursday. I can't tell from this far away if you can see this, but right here, Sasha's standing up on the ledge. Hey, girl. She's been a great blessing in my life. I think you know that for me putting her in just about every one of my videos. But for a dog that God gave to me by having somebody abandon her on my horse farm, she's turned out to be the best companion animal I've ever had in my life. And the difference of being here all by myself and the difference of being here with Sasha is hard to express. But anyway, one of my best friends is my own dog. Can you believe that? The other thing I see, I even see it in our community, and I see it in the lounge. We spend a lot of time, a lot of talk, a lot of videos, a lot of mental energy, worrying about things that we have absolutely no control over. We gripe about winter. It's coming. Why gripe about it? It's coming. And it will end. Here it ends in April, May. Where you live, it might never hit or end in February or March. Or we worry about what Trump is doing, or worrying about what Trump isn't doing, or we worry about what the Republicans are doing. We worry about what the Democrats are doing. We worry about what judges are doing. And none of us, as far as I know, none of us have any influence over that. And one of the keys to success and happiness, in my opinion, is focusing our energy and our action, our time, our clock time on what is known as your circle of influence rather than your circle of concern. Spend your time making your life and your family's life and those who depend on your lives better and more stable, and less time on global events, what's happening in Europe. Almost none of these news events affect us. The southern border did, in my opinion, but I think we have that one under control. But I don't know. Push back on me, punch back. What natural event is affecting you personally in your daily life? I can't think of anything that affects me or my life, or really my family's life. And so I tend to not only not worry about it, I tend not to even pay attention to it lots of times. I spend about a half hour to an hour a day in the morning catching up on news events, and then I let it go for the rest of the day. And some days I don't even do that. So anyway, it's just an idea. Where your energies and your mental energies and your time focus? Is it on things you have no influence on, or things that really do affect you and your family on a daily basis? All right, guys, I'm going to keep this one short because it's not smart to sit out here. It's much darker than it appears in the camera. It's not really too wise for Sasha or I to sit out here much longer. So I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to say goodnight. Appreciate you spending so much time with me the last few days. And gosh, I hope you have a great Sunday ahead of you and a great week planned. And hope your holiday plans are coming together. We'll be here before we know it. I'll ask, may God bless you, and may He bless the lives of those around you. May He turn His ear to your prayer. May He make His face shine upon you. And may He bless your lives and the lives of those you care about like He's blessed mine. All right, guys, that's it. We'll talk to you on the next video. Good night, everybody.